sentiment in the affiliate SEO industry is pretty negative.
Affiliate SEO, especially in 2025, is no more.
I won't advise people with no experience in digital marketing to go in affiliate marketing.
Because when you were speaking, initially I was hesitant about listening to you.
And I felt really bad about that. Now my traffic is down 80% and now I need to build it up again. I got sacked because of COVID. I was a bad sleeper. I wanted to solve my sleeping issues. So while I'm reading about it, why not blog about it? The company grew from 10K to 100K per month. Sam Altman has said that he's willing to reward content creators, use affiliate links into the LLMs as well.
There would be any one crazy person who would do it.
That's going to be really exciting. So we're around 2 million commissions per year. Right now, our business is for sale for a price of 2.8 million.
Welcome to my show. My name is Gundeep Singh and today I have Niels Zay. I hope I pronounce it right.
Yeah, perfect.
Great.
You're one of the few that actually gets it right, so that's good.
Yes, we Indians do have very, our accent is very much adjustable. So we can, follow many accents if we want. So it's like that. Amazing. Thank you for coming to my show. The reason is I'll tell the audience the past. So I met Niels the first time in the Chiang Mai conference, and we were at a round table. I think it was masterminds, right? We met at the masterminds. Luckily, I was very lucky to be on the same table with him. And initially I will be very honest, initially I was not very much understanding the way the conversation were leading to, because I just joined a little late and then you were on the table and you were discussing something. So initially I did not know who you are. I did not actually know who's on the table actually. I just knew Kore from the table and that's it. And then I came to know, and you know what I did actually, the guy who made your script. Yeah. So at that point, when we were on the table, I sent him your details because we had your table details, the persons on the table, and asked him just research who the guy is. Because when you were speaking, initially I was hesitant about listening to you because I did not know. I was like, kind of, who is he? But when you were speaking very much sense to me. You were talking about, if I can recall, you were talking about the management. I told that I have a team of this much people. And you asked me specially, you gave me some advice. After that, I was a little impressed by what you were actually, talking on the table with everybody. So then I told my guy, research who he is. And one day I thought I'll have a personal conversation with this guy in detail. And that's the day today we have. Although it's not personal, it's on a live podcast, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll meet again in Chiang Mai and the conference anyway. So,
yes.
Yeah, good to be here, Gundeep. Thanks for the invite.
Yes. Yeah. So Niels, you've been into affiliate SEO. And that day I came to know that. I actually personally thought that affiliate SEO, especially in 2025, is no more. I was not in an impression that it's still live and reviving and you're doing good numbers. So I wanted to understand, first of all, who Niels is, what is your background, from where you've been, and what is your journey. And then little 2-3 lines you can tell about that. And then what do you do, which is affiliate SEO and all the other things. And basically, what is the affiliate SEO industry? So these are 3 questions. Let's start from your background and who Niels is.
So I started as a digital marketer / growth hacker. I worked for well-funded scale-ups in the Netherlands. I started an affiliate site just on the side. I was a bad sleeper. I wanted to solve my sleeping issues. So while I'm reading about it, why not blog about it as well?
Oh, okay.
As a side project that kicked off, was just SEO to like 10,000 a month. And then I got into a burnout. I got great results for the companies I worked at. But the first one, I got sacked because of COVID. And the second time I got sacked, I worked so hard, I got into a burnout, and then I hired someone new. And then I thought, you know what? I'm delivering great results. I'm going to work for myself because I'm sick of this shit, basically. Yeah. Luckily, I did that because in that year, the first year I worked for myself, the company grew from 10K to 100K per month. And in between, we got hit with an algorithm update. We got minus 95% SEO traffic. And now we mostly switched to Google Ads instead of SEO. In the meantime, you're right. The sentiment in the affiliate SEO industry is pretty negative right now, right? A lot of people are thinking, does my company still have a right to exist with AI coming Is everybody not just going to ChatGPT and the AI of views is stealing my traffic and all these kind of things? So what I did, I wrote a book about it called The Payout Mafia, How the Top Affiliates Are Still Robbing the Bank in 2025 in a post-AI world. Because you're in the same network as me. I know a lot of people, they're doing very well in affiliate marketing. Meanwhile, a lot of SEO people who use the niche site model, they have been slashed and they gave up. Well, there's still a lot of other opportunity to be made, you know? Yeah. The thing is, it's just pivotal or very important in affiliate, whether it's SEO or anything else. You need to keep adapting and you need to keep pivoting because the market is changing. That's why I help people move from SEO to Google Ads as affiliate. Why I wrote this book where people, whether it's parasite SEO, iGaming, black hat SEO, have big portfolios, to Google Ads, to Facebook, and all kinds of other channels and niches to give like a kind of a menu of like, this is still possible in affiliate. And two of the strategies that are still possible for affiliate SEO today is kind of, people need to make a decision. And the decision is, am I going the authority and the brand way? So yes, your affiliate and your blog is part of that, but you have to include other channels, whether it's email, YouTube, Instagram, or have a way to get a lot of direct traffic to your site. Correct. Because Google just doesn't like sites with just SEO traffic anymore. They don't trust them because they kind of, I think they're onto us. They know like, all these SEOs, they're doing things for the algorithm and not for the user. So they're kind of punishing us just if we only have Google traffic, because then they're like, you know, you're not really a business. If people don't come directly to your site and only come to your site via SEO, we're going to slam you in one of the helpful content updates. It's fine if you have your own products, like if you have your own e-commerce products or your own specific services to sell, but not if you are like a content business that either makes money via affiliates, via generating leads, or monetizing via display ads. Wow. Basically. So you either go the authority way, you build a brand, you get all these different channels in it, you make sure the user is like the center and they do everything right for them, basically. Or you go the churn and burn way. There is still opportunity to be made, but often short term, you know? Your websites get hit and then you redirect the whole domain to a new domain. You see your rankings soar because your website got a negative penalty. There's somewhere in the system like this website is bad, but it still has all the SEO value. So the moment you redirect it or you put canonicals on there, it goes up again. But then 6 months later, the same thing happens and you need to move domains. A lot of people did, for instance, in e-commerce SEO, they try to have their whole website be an e-commerce shop. So they have the WooCommerce team, they have the little shopping cart, they have a Trustpilot profile and everything. They buy all domains that used to be e-commerce shops, and then they put a lot of affiliate content on the background. That worked for like 1.5 years almost. Now, all the ones I know in the Netherlands, they've also been hit again. So again, it's a very much a churn and burn kind of play. It can be fun as well, because it's this short dopamine hits. There is something of like, just moving domains all the time. But on the other hand, it's also a whack-a-mole game, right? You have to be then used to like, now my traffic is down 80% and now I need to build it up again. You know, and we talked about this before. It's less fun to build that because, you get hit in the face, you're on the ground, and then you have to get up again from time to time.
Amazing. So now I have a lot of questions because you've just given a gist of a lot of things, and I'm really I'm getting goosebumps because I really wanted to discuss this, and you said it on the face. See, I've seen that people, especially the old SEOs, like I've been doing SEO since 2011, 12, I think. So people like us are very much adamant just about SEO. They don't want to think beyond the scope. It's like your comfort zone that you were an SEO, so I'll stay in SEO. But I think that's not the case in 2025. It's more of a holistic approach now, what I believe in. And that's what you're saying, right? So we don't have to be that we are the SEOs, so we do it the way SEO is being done. And very important point you've just touched, I'm just marking the clip just so that we know that we discussed about this, is that the SEO, like you talked about Google Ads, you've talked about all the other platforms, channels, and now obviously there are multiple channels and platforms. And the point that search engine, when you have different kinds of traffics, especially we've seen when direct traffic is more in our website, it is very much creating an authority. Like there are two kinds of things. Either you have page rank, you have that kind of authority with the SEO authority. Another is that if you have direct traffic, that is also signal to the search engine that these guys are trusted. They have other sources of traffic. If only I am the source as in search engine, only search engine is a source, then where's the authority basically? What I'm trying to understand it in this way. That's one, right? And so now I want to ask you, like you've been into multiple channels in 2025, you understand this, and in the coming future that I have to be on advertisements, I have to be on email. You talked about maybe LLMs, coming in ChatGPT. I'll talk about that in detail. But overall, according to you, I can summarize that affiliate SEO or affiliate marketing itself, that's the right word, is a holistic approach in today's world, right?
If you go the brand and authority way, if you still go for the churn and burn, you go still die hard on the algorithm, there's still a lot of money to make. Everyone in iGaming has that approach. They buy domains, they use link building strategies. It's so competitive and it's so short term that often you can only do it with these churn and burn strategies.
Correct.
And then you have to move to multiple channels. But that's all right. A lot of knowledge you have for SEO, you can use for other channels. If you go to social, well, you're not hacking an algorithm, but you are hacking the algorithm of people's brains, how they hold attention, or what is good content. You already have the content team and the management. You already have the visuals. You already have the copywriter. So you can use that. Next to that, if you look at the channels, I like to make a distinction between two types of channels. One are pull channels. These are about intent, and that is, for instance, Google. But Google Ads and YouTube is also a pull channel. People are searching for something, and right when they are in the demand for a certain product, for instance, then you're coming there, and an algorithm is deciding to put your content on top or a bit. So if you even want to switch as an SEO to other channels, YouTube is very easy. You can do the keyword research. You already know if content works well in Google, it can also work well in YouTube because it's the second biggest search engine, basically.
Yes.
Google Ads, same way. You already know all the keywords. You already have the content as well. You just need to make it more conversion driven because you're paying for every click, but it's very close to it. Then if you want to move farther away, then you have the push channels like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. These are the social media platforms a lot. These are a bit farther away, but still, you have the digital marketing knowledge. You know how to optimize for a good click-through rate in the SERP, so you can also optimize for a good click-through rate on the platforms.
Correct.
And it is indeed something I see as well in the SEO world. The SEOs like to stay in their lane, but it's kind of a shame because it's still digital marketing. And you already have a big head start if you have, 5-10 years SEO experience to go into another channel.
Correct. I think you've touched the right bottleneck about that. Now tell me, how do you think the channels are evolving? Especially we talk about affiliate in 2025. How do you compare it with 2017? You've just given that part about the churn and burn and the difference, but anything major you see that there's a difference with, like, one is the brand. You said that today brand game is the major game. So I can also say in a way that today it's no point making 20, 50, 100 websites, but make one brand, make one bigger, and all the multi-channels approach to it. Anything you want to add to this difference from 2018, 2019 to today in affiliate, especially in affiliate SEO, if you want to talk about?
Yeah. So there's definitely one thing that changed, and it is before, like in the affiliate game, you could enter and the whole game was on beginner level, and now it moved to medium.
Okay.
I won't advise people with no experience in digital marketing to go in affiliate marketing, because in affiliate marketing, it's only marketers doing marketing that have lower margins than the direct offers of the services, like the e-com businesses, like the SaaS businesses that we are promoting. We're sometimes even competing with them. So you need to be a good marketer, at least have 3 years experience. And then I could say, okay, cool, you can go into the game. If you then go into the game, make a good analysis of what your own skills are. If you're a very good copywriter, maybe go into email marketing. If your skills are SEO, do SEO, but keep close to your lane first and that skill. And then you can have a competitive advantage, because it did get harder. Whether it's churn and burn, that there's the skill levels even higher because it's a lot more technical.
Correct.
But then you can do only SEO, or you need to be more of a generalist and use those other channels as well.
Yes. So I think that's a very valid point, that what is your specialty? What is your core thing? You pick that and then you build the base around it. Basically, you build the moat around the castle. That is the main thing. And that is the approach you can pick, which is the safer approach, because you know about that. And then you start experimenting with all the different channels and all that stuff, basis on your knowledge on one. Very good.
And what is also why it's went from easy to medium. It's not just the Google updates, but it's also people have been in this game for longer and longer and longer. So these modes, what you just touched upon very smartly, they are more and more being formed, So you have more and more websites with a DR higher than 80. So they just made it impossible over the long term to get all these backlinks and then to be able to catch up with them. In SEO, it's authority, brand, link. In Google Ads, it's the right commission deals and conversion rate optimization and volume and data. In social media, it's kind of brand and authority. But I would say social media is easier to grow faster from a new account perspective if you do it right compared to Google. In YouTube, it's just the knowledge of making really good high production value videos and hooking the user and making them spend time on it, whether it's being a good presenter, having good editing quality and all these good content SOPs in the back. So go for it. It's indeed about making sure you get these modes, not just for yourself, but also if you ever want to sell your business. We're now in the process of selling our business and we're talking with some parties about that. But then you're also thinking about, okay, cool. If someone buys my business, what is their advantage? Well, we have all these great commission deals going on. So if someone wants to enter our market, they need to burn money first for a year. And then they could have a hint of profitability. But we already went through all these mistakes and now have those good deals. So it's harder to enter that, Wow. And that is what you see. It used to be like scattered and tons and tons and tons of players. But now there are fewer players, but they're a lot bigger. I think people really don't see how much money is being made in affiliate marketing, because kind of these companies, they don't even want to be there publicly, especially in the PPC game. You don't have tools like Ahrefs that show how much people are spending, but so many companies are spending millions a day, just on affiliate marketing via something like Google Ads or Facebook.
Correct. One thing I want to ask you for the follow-up question to this is, you talked about commission deals. That I think that's a very important point. If you want to talk about this, that you've taken 4 years. That's your journey to understand what is profitable, what deal is actually burning you money. You don't know when you get these kind of offers and all that stuff. So can you give an example or maybe something you want to discuss more on the commission deals? Like, if for the audience to know that in affiliate, what are the commissions? What are the, like, any rough example, any random example from your past, or maybe like what would be a product, what would be a commission to it, and what would be the whole scenario about this thing, if you want to talk about it.
So let's say there's this big mattress company in your country, Often this mattress company is connected to an affiliate network. Then if you create an account in this affiliate network, you see, okay, cool, I can promote their products for 8%. And that's the start, that 8%. But the thing is, you can always negotiate that. Too many people take it at face value that this 8% is just fixed. But the moment you start, for instance, making money for them, and now you make, let's say, 50,000 euros per month from mattress revenue for them, you get 8%. So that's like 4,000 euros per month. Now you have leverage over them. Now you can say, hey, actually, I want to have a higher commission deal, or I'm going to take you off my page. And then you don't make money. And then the affiliate manager's like, shit, I don't want to do that. I've been happy with the sales you've been generating. So, okay, cool. I can give you a high commission. I wouldn't use that per se as the main argument, because you want to have a constructive relationship with that person of their company. So there are a lot of other ways. You can say, hey, listen, I want to have the biggest sleep website of the Netherlands. And in order to do that, I do need more resources, because so if you give me a higher commission, let's say 12%, I'm also going to make YouTube videos and reviews about your mattress. I can have a discount code of you, so we can have a bigger proportion of the users on the page that go to your mattress, because I have a special discount code for you and I will promote that more. I can promote you with banners or other informational content on my site and mention your name, so you get more brand impressions. I can put you in my email list. There are all kinds of things that these people want, because on their side, in the mattress company, there's an affiliate marketer, and his goal is not just revenue, but maybe also branding, positive sentiment about their brand. So everything that you can do to put their brand in a positive daylight, they're willing to hear. And sometimes you can also just honestly say, hey, listen, you pay me 8% and you've been the #1 recommended mattress on my page for a while. But now there's this newcomer and it's a competitor and he's offering me 15%. And I'm a business owner. You're commercial as well. So can you also match that 15%? So you won't have to lose your #1 spot. And then they're very much willing often as well, because they don't want to lose from a competitor and they don't want to get less traffic as well. So the best position to have here is if you're either already making money for them, or you have a page that already has a lot of traffic, because then you can just make the conversation about data. Hey, I already see my numbers, and through this page goes 100,000 euros in mattress revenue every month. You are not on the page yet, so I can put you on there. But all these guys are paying me 15% and you have an 8% starting rate. I test your mattress is good. I want you on there, but you have to match them. Would you be okay to be flexible on that? And then you make it easy for them, right? Yes, they might get less margin, but at least they have more revenue.
Volume. Yes.
So, yeah, these are the strategies that you can use to
very good
to negotiate that commission deal. Yeah,
this is amazing. This is gold, actually. Okay, now I'll come to the section which talks about basically that we've discussed. Now we understand what is affiliate. We understand what is affiliate digital marketing. We understand what is affiliate SEO. What are the deals? So what are the products? We can get an idea. Mattress is an example we are taking. Okay, now let's talk about that. How do we start? Like if you want to start and imagine you lose all your sites. Think like that. You don't have any sites. You don't have any metrics. You may have, but you have your skills, right? So having your skills, but no background of sites and all that kind of big investments. Now tell me how a person starts a journey, and what is the journey to make first maybe 10,000. That's it. Maybe just 10,000 in the first 30 days. What would be the journey?
Again, it would depend on that person's skills, but let's say I'm going to answer this question. I'm losing everything and I'm starting again. I would start with Parasite SEO. Why? Okay. Because it's the quickest way to $5,000 to $10,000 a month. It's not the quickest way to $100,000 a month. That's because via the algorithms can hit you. The platforms can kick off your content. With affiliate managers can say, "Oh, I don't like this kind of tactic." So Parasite SEO is the act of putting content on a high authoritative website. It can be Medium, it can be LinkedIn, it can be Reddit, it can be any news related site that offers you to post content on them for a fixed fee. And that means it's just a quicker result, right? It's a highly authoritative site, so it ranks a lot faster. There you can do all kinds of link building on top that of well, especially the advantages. Because these sites are often so high DR and they already get so much links, you can get away with a lot of spammy, cheap links as well, which are quantitative. instead of those highly qualitative links. So with cheaper links, it's a slower cost as well. You get still very fast result. I will do that when I have data about what products are converting the best and what are good commissions, and have a bit good commission deals as well. Then I will start a site and I will do best of listicles, but just about the conversions. So I put all the products on top, not a lot of content, and I drive Google Ads to them. The key here with SEO content versus Google Ads content is with SEO, you have to have a longer intro, explain what is your methodology, who is the author, what can a person expect. With Google Ads, just like, I researched 100 mattresses, I picked the best 5, here are they. And then you show them in very good product displays. And you make it easy for them to see the button to click. The information is a lot more concise compared to SEO, where it's very detailed product testing and information. The reason why Google Ads is so conversion driven and concise and short and just product is because, this is my hypothesis, I believe there's a fundamentally different user clicking on a Google ad than scrolling down and going for the organic result. The person that just clicks on the first result, that is a person that goes for convenience. That just says, even though I know I click on an ad, or they don't even know, and that also says something about how easy you have to make it for them to convert. They just click on the first result. So they just want an answer quick. You know, I often see in my data, after just mentioning the top 3 and just saying, oh, this is the best one. This is the best quality for money. This is the best mattress for side sleepers. And without saying much information and just that, already 60 to 70% of my clicks are on these links. And I haven't even told a lot about the product yet, but they already clicked and they already converted, right? They just want someone to trust and to say, okay, cool. I did some research. These are them. And they're like, okay, cool. I trust you. I don't want to do a lot of research. I'm looking for convenient. I just want to spend my money now. So that's very different for a user that clicks on a Google ad compared to on your organic search results, where it's very much like, I picked this mattress because of this, this, and this, and this, and all these features, and there's just air blowing through this mattress, and it makes you perfectly cool in the summer, but it's super hot in the winter, and blah, 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 blah. So then I will do it on ads, and that is also more of an asset I build, because that gives more consistent results as well. With Google Ads, you don't have these algorithm updates. The only thing you have is, over time, you can get more competitive, certain niches and everything. But you have to make sure your conversion is on top and you get good deals, and that is your moat and your competitive advantage in it.
And we got the thumbs up.
Yeah.
On the screen.
Indeed.
Great. Yeah. So, okay. So now, can you tell me, there's something I want to touch on this. That is the AI part. So now that's also another thing now, right? There were 2 things. First, initially, you very beautifully explained the difference between, like the user. I never thought like this, but this is actually a fact that in Google Ads, the person is looking for actual convenience, that, I just want to give me concise information, right? In SEO, there are people like us who are researching, who are research oriented and who want to understand benefits, pros and cons, and different kinds of different informations, all the semantic things related to that and all that stuff. So that is someone like me who is researching, right? Now, I think there's a third part to this as well. I want to take your understanding on this. What do you think about the AI part? Because as per me, like if I want to research, I can also do that on ChatGPT. I can also do that on maybe Perplexity, right? Or anything. So is that, that audience which was overlapping to the SEO audience, or the organic traffic, which is now also moving in that direction, is the affiliate thing related, or can it be related to LLM or AI overviews, or maybe ranking in ChatGPT? Do you have something to say on that?
Yeah. So I'd say for brands, it's important to optimize for AI, definitely for the future. You want the sentiment about your products to be positive, and affiliates help with that, getting more affiliates, because they spread more positive words about your brand. And if more affiliates say this is the number one mattress, someone searches in ChatGPT, what's the best mattress? And your mattress comes up. The problem here yet is that if I provide data to ChatGPT about this is the best mattress, I might get cited, but then this person often just goes to the mattress company directly.
Correct.
And don't use my link, and then sales not attributed to me as of yet. Next to that, it seems data is showing that yes, ChatGPT has a lot more usage, but an average prompt length is 90 words. An average search query is only 3 to 4 words. You know, so we use ChatGPT and Google in fundamentally different ways. Now, if you do it for product research, there's still not much people. It's still a very minor share, and it doesn't get attributed to us right now. So right now, there's not a real way to really make money from the LLMs. So still the main focus is on Google and on other channels. I am, however, very curious how the future looks, because especially Google, if more and more people do AI and use AI for it and do their product research on it, it means they are taking a cut also on their Google ads spend.
Correct.
And that is a $50+ billion revenue channel for them. So there must be some way that they are going to integrate some kind of ad product into at least the AI overviews and the Google LLM. Sam Altman has said in the past that he's willing to reward content creators and use their affiliate links into the LLMs as well. If that happens, that's going to be really, really exciting. But we don't know it yet. There's not something right now that I can tell you, you know what, do this for LLM. Because right now I say no, because we have no idea yet what is going to happen. There's not a real good way to monetize it. I get ChatGPT traffic, but it's still peanuts compared to my Google traffic. So right now there's not something to do to optimize for the LLM that I say, yes, that will actually bring you money. I will still focus on Google itself, but I am very curious about the future, and I know for sure that affiliate is going to be a part of it. I just don't know how. And probably the people in the LLM companies like Claude, like Perplexity, like Sam, they also don't know how yet.
Correct. I'm very impressed with the knowledge you've been gaining according to your industry, that you know about the Sam Altman discussed about. Even I saw that they're trying some way that they can, incorporate the links and everything. And also in LLM SEO, I think it's more about the mentions, what I have seen. So I have been ranking our local sites, our clients, or all the big companies we work with. So it is not more on the traffic side, it's more on the branding side, what I have experienced from my perspective. The way you just said that, when we and someone is looking, for example, the best luxury apartments in UAE, for instance, that's actually the keyword we work on. So in LLM, these kinds of searches are happening. And the point is getting mentioned there, that who's the developer of the apartment. It's not about getting lead because we get peanuts traffic from ChatGPT, just as you said. But there are mentions are a lot more, because if you search something on ChatGPT, you won't go to the citation and check the original, website. There would be any one crazy person who would do it, right? So it's more on the branding side, but I think in affiliate, there should be another way to do it, and there would be something in the future. But right now, I think what an affiliate should be focusing on, as you just said, is Google and search engine and the traffic, because it's a big industry, it's big money, and that is something we are curious about. But yes, yet to explore more on that with the future upcoming things, right? Okay, can you talk about what would be a small affiliate, a person who's just started out, or someone like me who is not very much into affiliate, who's just started out? What would be the small moats who he can build, or he can maybe prepare a defensible, that this is my strategy, this is what I am doing, and no one can easily imitate or copy that? Can you talk about that?
Yeah. So small moats, then it's definitely related to a niche and a certain interest. You know, there are plenty of micro niches there where the big companies just won't go in, and where you, based on your interest, are able to nerd out about and go deep on it. That is how you get trusted. That is how you, because you're so interested in it, can also provide new knowledge to the web. That is rewarded by Google, and that is mostly also very much rewarded by your users, because they see like, oh, holy fuck, this guy is doing so much research about robotic tools related to pets, but it's automated cat litter things, automated feeding things, and he's testing it so deeply. This is fun. This is interesting. And the next time, whether I got a cat litter box, I have money to spend, and now what else can I automate for my pets? The key here is to not just try to diversify traffic sources, but then also, because you go so deep into an audience, is to make your own digital products.
Nice.
Often with digital products, you can also do an affiliate on the back end. So let's say you help dentists automate their client acquisition or the CRM system. Well, if you then advise a CRM system, make it an affiliate link, because in order for them to when they buy a digital product about how to use a CRM system effectively and get more returning customers, the HubSpot is an integral part of that, and you use a HubSpot link, so you get an extra 30% revenue bump on top of your product sales. This is actually a tip Greg Elfrink from Empire Flippers spoke about. I will also be on his podcast later in the day, but that is ways to do that. Email is then very important as well, because you nerd out so much about a niche and you have all these new insights you see. People want to be updated from that. And that is how you can get their emails, because you are the one that goes so deep into it. So then I would advise that, that's definitely a way how you can get a moat. And here again, the newness of the insights, that is something these LLMs don't have, because they are scraping the web. And when you are a source of information, then people come to you. And if you keep delivering on that, then you get the returning visitors.
Yes, that's the right, Lisa, the source of information, source of truth. That's what it is. And I think this is how you started. You just, when you started, you talked about that you were a bad sleeper, and you were researching on them, and you said, why not blog about it? So I think that's the best approach. And that's what you're saying. That's the crux of it, that if you are good at that, that's your subject matter expert, you are in that particular thing, you can talk about it, you can discuss this, and this is the basis of the things, I think. So you are also mentioning about the personalized experience, the personalized touch, and that is, I think, required in today's world of AI and all that stuff, right?
Yeah. On top of that, what is crucial to know is, as an affiliate, you are a content business. No shit. But the key to making a content business work is one, volume. You just need to do a lot of reps, just like you go to the gym. You need to lift those weights a lot of times.
Correct.
And then improving your quality. So you need that feedback loop here as well. And that is where starting with a niche where you're so deeply passionate about is important, because you are doing those first 50 or 100 pieces with fun. You're learning something, you're nerding out, you want to improve. And that is necessary in able to just get that minimum level of content quality in order for your business to grow. You need a minimum level of quantity and of quality. And it's just a lot easier if you like the topic to be able to actually get that content out. Else you will stop after, let's say, 70 pieces. But then you are almost there for Google to pick you up, but you already quit because you hated those 70 pieces and you don't see results.
Correct. I can relate something with my past. Okay. All right, time for a sponsor break. This episode is proudly sponsored by Kings Digital, the marketing agency that I, your host, Gundeep Singh co-founded. At Kings Digital, we specialize into scaling businesses, optimizing growth strategies, and turning your ideas into brands that people can't stop talking about. You might be thinking self-promotion in your own podcast? Well, that's quite bold. That's because that's exactly what we do for our client. Bold strategies that bring results. So if you're a business owner or an agency who wants to level up your marketing, your processes, whether it's SEO, ads, social media, performance marketing, we're building a killer brand presence for you. If you want us to audit your website or your ads campaign, just fill up the form below. We will get back to you with a full-blown SEO audit, a complete 6 to 12 months SEO roadmap tailored to your business, and a step-by-step video walkthrough breaking down exactly how to fix and scale your organic traffic. This isn't some cookie-cutter checklist. Trust me, our team spends an entire day crafting this report. Trust me, if we're good enough to sponsor ourselves, we're probably good enough to help you crush your goals. Alright, that's enough of us now. Now let's get back to the show. So now let's talk about something which drives us crazy. Now this is something about quality, about my interest. Now let's contradict about these things. Okay. Now let me ask you about the AI thing in this. Can we use AI? Can we use the latest tech to create volume, create things in bulk, and which are making sense, obviously? What could be your take on the AI part for scaling the content and generating a lot of volume, which is quality in terms of AI and SEO and content writing?
Yeah. Two things. Yes, can definitely use AI. That is completely fine. It speeds up your process. It lowers your costs. It can help you with all kinds of things, whether it's grammar, writing style, checks, not just the blunt creation, but also checks, research strategy, topic, all those things. But the best way to use it is two things. One, make sure the input in the AI is fresh, new data, qualitative insights that you have. Then it is completely fine to use AI. Because if you don't do that and the AI just gives you the content that everybody also already has, Google has no reason to prioritize you in the SERPs, because they know what that, like, oh, you already say what everyone else is saying, like say something new, and you're also a new website, so you don't have the authority or the right to say those things. So that won't help, so use the new insights. Second, what we do a lot for the affiliate content, when something is closer to the money, higher in the page or around the product, be very extra much careful to use AI, because you want that to be qualitative. These pieces of content is worth more, because that is where the user attention goes to a lot. So you need to be extra careful there with, the blunt AI content, because we also recognize AI content, right? It's the kind of vocabulary it has. It's certain characters like the M dashes. It is certain patterns in the way the sentence is structured. We just recognize it. And sometimes we can't even pinpoint it, but our brain is smart enough to have recognized some kind of pattern. And you're kind of like, wait, the way this sounds, this is AI. And that can be a turn off. So we use it more for the bottom of page content. We try to use unique insights and put all these. For instance, you test the product. You have all these insights that are not publicly available, and you can still use that in the AI to make you a draft. But then, if it's the call to action, if it's the pros and the cons, if it's the intro of the article, then that's so close to the money. So many people read that. Make sure that is done well. It's also how to find out these things. It's also heat maps. If you have a heat map on your site, you see how far people scroll and how much percentage of the users are still there. So it's basically a map from red to blue. Red, everyone sees it. Blue, it's more at the bottom of the page. And then you see, maybe at 30% of the page, already only 30% of the people are left. It's just the first 30%. Okay, then maybe that bottom 70%, more AI content, just so I can rank, just so it executes my SOPs and does all the checks that I think are needed to rank highly in Google. But that first paragraph, how we explain the products, make sure that is done well and doesn't look overly AI.
I think this is quite an important tip for a lot of people. And yes, you're right. obviously there's a contextual signature, I would say. Like I have a style of writing. If I write, you have a style of speaking. You have, that would be also incorporated when you write something about something. We all have a certain context or a certain format or signature, we can say, which is there in the writing. And in AI, it is very easily, if we as humans can come to know, a search engine would definitely come to know. And obviously another human who's come here for, getting that kind of personal experience would be a turn off when he sees that he could do it himself. Then this is the point. There's no point then coming to our website, right? So I get it, and it's a very sensitive topic. Perfectly said.
Yeah, and next to again the AI content creation, you can also, for instance, say what's important for you and your rankings in the AI, and just say, hey, score this article draft now on these points. Give me scores for each. Okay, shit, I'm missing certain personal experience thing. I'm missing background around EEAT, and then, okay, cool. How can I improve that? And then you get a suggestion, and then you can put that in the content again. So also use it in your processes and judging content and scoring, and that will definitely help. And then with those processes, make an elaborate prompt. You can even ask them based on these sources, can you make a prompt for a project? And then it will give you already a very good prompt. So you use AI to prompt AI, and then you use that AI prompt again in the AI. And so that is very helpful. Yeah, definitely use that.
Amazing. Now let's, because we're talking about the content part of things, and the conversation is going quite interesting. Can you also talk about semantic SEO? Because in your book, you also mentioned about semantics and all that part. So now how semantics, what is your understanding on semantic SEO? What do you think about semantic SEO and taking the help of AI? And if you want to cover all those parts about semantic, you can. And semantic and affiliate as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So semantic SEO is basically the science of understanding how Google looks at language. Because it's a technology, it just sees, it looks at sentence structure. And if you make sentence structure that way, it's a lot easier to understand what the topic is. And if you say things related to the main topic. I won't go into the technical details.
Yes.
Sometimes I confuse myself while talking. We'll talk about it. Corey, James Tooley can do that very well. So I would recommend their sources on that. So helping your content to follow these structures around semantic SEO, they'll make it a lot easier for Google to understand you. When it's easier to understand you, you have a higher chance of ranking because it believes your content to be of greater depth than other people's content. So definitely, when I, for instance, said, my first 10K, I do parasite SEO. It's a requirement now to have these basics of semantic SEO in your content briefings and your SOPs. And again, ask ChatGPT for, hey, I have all these guidelines and these advivals and all these things. Can you make sure how am I doing right now? How am I scoring? Can you rephrase it in a way so it's understandable? You can use it for that as well. And that will greatly help your SEO. It's not the most fun part, to be honest, but hey, we do what's needed.
Correct. Okay. Now I want to ask about, you just talked about processes, right? I can understand that you are a person who's built a lot of processes, who've built a lot of, you believe in systems, right? I can see that. I even read, So, I have certain things on that. You've been talking about content pipeline, right? You talk about end to end systems and stages you've been creating. So, can you talk about the process? Given an idea that what a process of creating content and how the briefs are given and how it is given to the team, the keywords you've been adding, and anything you'd want to talk about the process of working in your organization.
So it goes back to the systems mindset, and what's important there, you have some input, and then there's a whole conveyor belt of things that are happening, and then you get your output. The input here are just keywords, and the output is an article published on my site, ready to be ranked and ranked well. What you want for this, if you want consistent output, right? You just need to treat it like McDonald's. Every McDonald's is the same because every little thing on how long they cook the burger, how long it takes for them to, how much sauce they put on it, how to do the bun, how it slides down, how much seconds every burger is in every process. I kind of do the same for my content conveyor belt. So first, the content manager, based on all kinds of rules about how much search volume, what the price is of the e-commerce product and what niches they are, and the price, niche, and how much comparison value and how much feature oriented that product is. It gets added to the system. Then the content writer picks it up. This is an Airtable, by the way. So automatically, based on the keyword that I put in, there's a Google Doc that gets created that everybody uses. And in the Google Doc, it's a new Google Doc, and it also has a link to the SOP. And that's 7 pages about how to exactly write that listicle.
Amazing.
From the intro to how to pick the products, what kind of awards to give the products, how long to the product description, how we are more talk about advantages instead of just features, how to do the pros, how to do the cons, and how to do the bottom of the all the content. Everybody has as much as expectations about this is a good product description, this is to avoid, these are the things to add. So to make it, again, sure that the output is consistent. So that is the first draft. Then the writer creates the first draft and sets it on, this needs to be edited. It's a status. Then the editor picks it up. And he, again, has a whole checklist to go through. Is the product description written like this? Is everything clear? Is everything still in stock? If you put yourself in the user, what are these products really different against each other? Etc., etc., etc. If it goes through, then it goes to quality assurance. If it doesn't go through, he or she will leave comments and just puts it back to the writer. We also, for the writer, have clear, we pay per done article. We don't pay per hour. They are responsible for delivering good quality, right? Else you have a lot of writers that just spend a lot more time on it. And then again, we also want consistency in our costs per article. Editors do get paid per hour because that is more variable and more, they need to help the writer here as well. Then the editor goes to QA, and then the QA has some final checks, links working, in stock, and just, again, everything that's closer to the money. Intro, top 3, table, and that's it. Okay, everything works. The VA creates a featured image, and the VA publishes it. And then it's live. Nice. Just everything we want. So again, consistency is key here. And it's nice about this process is I'm not being there in between. Because I notice at the first, okay, cool, I have a writer. Writer sends me the article. Then I have to check the article myself, or I have to send it to the editor. Okay, this is actually going well or not. Some editors were good, some writers were good, some were bad, and it was always annoying. Some cost 5 times as much time, some get it instantly. You want to try to get rid of that as much as possible. And because it's all in one place, people just log in every day and they have to log in at certain times. Okay, cool. Check only your status, like needs to be edited. That's where the editor looks. Oh, it's empty. Okay. No work today. Oh, it's a lot. Cool. Let's get it done. You also see then where the bottlenecks of your process are for your content production. Like I'm doing it now with also YouTube videos, and a lot of these YouTube videos are in the editing phase. So we need a lot more editors here. So it's not script writers, it's not the actors, it's not publishers. No, it's the editors. So, okay, cool. Then you easily know where to optimize there. Or you need to go to your systems and maybe you can make more templates for them. That's also what we did for the publishers, because they were spending so much time on publishing. We just said, okay, the writers already have to do it in this kind of format. So it's a lot easier for the publishers to copy and paste it and to have a consistent output there as well.
Nice.
So you can also make it both hiring could be an option, or making your processes more seamless, templating things or simplifying certain steps.
Amazing, amazing. So this is gold. Actually, this is a lot of value, and thank you for, just telling heart out everything. I can summarize this that this is standardization of the processes, right? You've invested your time in building the process, in understanding that what is the consistent output you require, what is the personal touch you want to give. So that comes into a standard processes, that this is the way of style which I would appreciate comes on my website, right? So you've thought that through. You've made a detailed intrigue process which involves different stages, which you've just mentioned in a flow, and then the output, the consistency, that is what is the fruit which you want to. So consistency, standardization, and building the process, and you were out of it. Then these are the key things you've been focusing on. That's how you've built the process. Am I right?
Yeah, correct.
Amazing.
And
amazing.
then, the advantage is sometimes, especially with content writing, you can hire cheaper people, because you've standardized it. You still need to be very diligent on who you hire.
Correct.
That's definitely important,
Correct.
because as the editor is spending a lot of time, you have certain expectations about output, but you can hire cheaper people here for this very standardized work, and you have consistent output. But what's still something missing is the accountability, right? It needs to be known that these standards are not preferable. They are also just to be expected, and you have to, if people just can't give it somehow, even though there's like an option, you can either make the SOP even more elaborate, but for instance, my guideline is already 7 pages. At some point, it has to be enough, right? If you still can't follow the guidelines, well, it's 7 pages and it gives you an example how it should be. Then it's a problem with the person, and unfortunately you need to let that person go because he's not or she's not in the right position for him.
Okay. Now let's talk about this. You've just touched a point which I really want to talk about. Saw this in the book as well. So what do you think is actually the cost of not letting the person go, which should have, like you said that the person is not following, you have the process and everybody can follow that. And there's there are times when you get the things explained, you wait for a certain time, you let the person, get that honeymoon period, and then, get comfortable in the process and all that stuff. But at a point, you start to come to know that this was a bad hiring. This is not the approach. We've to got to, part our ways. So what is the cost of, keeping that discussion, not like holding that and just let the person work when it is not a right hire? And what is your take? How do you manage that, and how do you part your ways with someone you don't want to work with? How is that happening? Yeah.
Every time I had a thought in my mind of like, I don't like working with this person. It's why is the performance not going up? It's not accountable. And that means the same thought happened with everyone in your team.
Correct.
It's not just you, This person's working with a lot of team members, and they're also thinking, oh man, he just doesn't get it, or she's never accountable. She says she does A, but she does B, or I have to wait longer and I have to wait for it. So there those 2 things. One, if your feeling already says, oh, something is wrong here, it's with everyone. And that means that person is not only wasting your time, it's also wasting the time of your team members. That is big. Yeah. So secondly, what we then do is we just wait too long to fire them. That is definitely a big cost, because it's costing time, everyone. It's getting annoyance, and it's even sad for that person because he or she can't move on as well. So it's very important to quickly have everyone have a number, have clear accountabilities. And if that doesn't work out, you have to give them a warning first and give them some chance of being able to make up for them, right? Firing people out of nowhere, that's not a good thing. I made the mistake myself once that I had a employee where I thought like, oh, this is not working. It's not producing, her role just changed into something new. And I talked a lot about it with my co-founder, but I didn't talk about it with her. So when I fired her, it came out of the blue for her. And I felt really, really bad about that, because she didn't have the chance to fix herself. Well, there are a lot of variables around employee performance. It is not always the person. It is also our responsibility as leaders, as managers, to make sure accountabilities are clear, to make sure that we hire the wrong people, the right people, to make sure that they know what the tasks are and are in the right position, whether it's skills or learning or tools or anything else relevant, so they can do a good job. You know, if you say, okay, just go to A, but you give them no guidelines at all on how to get there, or you have all this experience that you know about, you don't give it to them, well, then you also make it a lot harder for them to fix that problem. So also for us, we need to think, what do I really need for this role? And then how do I make sure that I know about these qualities of that person when I'm doing the hiring process? Because often when I was hiring people, I was just not really clear on what I wanted. So then somebody with great skills and a very intelligent mindset, I thought like, okay, cool, I want you. But then you work together and you kind of noticed, oh, we actually need more of these type of skills, which you don't have, you know, or actually what we thought we needed, all this email marketing things. Well, the whole email marketing just doesn't work for our niche. So then it's not about their performance. It's just that that role is not needed into the company. So when you are going to tell them that, again, give them a warning first. It doesn't have to be like, hey, you're a bad performer. Make it about, okay, hey, we have this goal in the company. You have your own specific goal about this amount of links being built, for instance, of these DR and these traffic numbers. I see you're just 3 weeks now. You've not been hitting your weekly goal. How come? And if they don't come with like a really clear reason, or they don't take responsibility, you have to let them know, okay, but the situation is, I need someone that can hit those goals. And if you can't hit those goals, whether it's the situation or you, I do need to let you go. Because in the end, we're a business. And if you make it around that, about, hey, it's about, I need these goals being met. I need this to happen and it's not happening. Then it's very easy for them to understand it as well, right? Okay, cool. I get it. Then they get it. Then they also, if you do, then it's still, the performance isn't hit. And you have to let them go. It's never a nice conversation. It's never a nice conversation. Not for them.
Not for us.
For us, you know, I don't like firing people. I let go a lot of people because I want to work with very good people. But then at least both parties can be like, you know, we tried, and unfortunately, for some reasons and the variables and everything, it doesn't work out, and that's fine. We're adults. We'll move on. And they probably also want to move on if they are not performing. Because everybody wants to do a good job. And if you have people who can't do a good job, it's almost your responsibility to make sure they move on to something else.
Yes. Amazing. Very well said. We've talked about hiring. We've talked about processes. Now let's talk about the numbers, because in affiliate, it's very important for me to understand the numbers. What are the metrics you look at? So let's talk about defining the money mechanics now. Okay. These are the 3 numbers which you've mentioned. I want to bring that up so that I can recall. Obviously, you've written the book, so you might have recalled. So revenue per page, earnings per visitor, and earnings per click. Explain all these things, and what do you think which is the real magic number and what is making sense to you? Can you explain this part a bit?
Yeah. So this is about when you have a website, right? If you do affiliate marketing via social media channel, you can do revenue per post.
Yes.
If you have a YouTube channel, you can do revenue per video. But it starts with the first. So I create a piece of content. How much revenue did that piece of content make me? That's just the simplest equation. If you do the right tracking with the right links, or what I use affiliate tracking software like We Can Track, Volume, Google the word, and you can find something that has a lot of integrations with your affiliate networks and advertisers. So this is just the starting point, right? If you don't know how much this specific piece of content makes, and you just look at the total amount you made in a month, you don't know if 50% of your content is generating 0, but what 50%? that is, it's the classic marketing attribution problem. But as affiliates, we're good marketers. We do everything digital. We should be able to measure every click and really track it back to every piece of content. Then you can already see, okay, cool. You know your cost per content. You should know that. Then you also know how much it made. And then you can, okay, cool. These are profitable. These are not profitable. Look at the ones which are not profitable. Are they around specific product categories, specific niches, specific topics that I shouldn't talk about anymore? An example, we are doing YouTube videos in the VPN niche, and we discover, whenever we make YouTube videos about discount codes, they're getting a lot less views, a lot less clicks, and only one sale. Meanwhile, while we do the kind of category like best VPN for Chrome, or we do individual reviews like Surfshark VPN review, these are on average giving us way more. So let's first try to focus on more best VPN for gaming, for streaming, for Warzone, for Android, for Mac, for iPhone. First create these topics because we know that these will give us a better return on investment than other topics. So that is how I look with the revenue per page.
Nice.
I also want to track it over time, not just per like kind of topic, but also over time. So what is the revenue my content made that I published in August versus July versus June versus May? And then I hope to see that the content in August is getting me more results than in May, because I have a kind of feedback loop. Like, is my content actually improving or not? Or sometimes for a website, it's decreasing. That could be because at first you picked all these keywords who have very high search volume. You really picked the top of the top. And now you are going these lower keywords. You already created content for it. And then you notice like, shit, this website is profitable, but my content budget is not giving me the same ROI anymore. So you know what? It is better spent on different types of content, or maybe a different website and a different niche. So that is how I look at the revenue per page and make sure to segment the data here by kind of topic, category in the funnel, and time. Then we have earnings per visitor. And that is kind of how much visitors did I get? And then I divide it by the amount of euros I made. And you can but you can do that per page or per site or per niche. And then this gives you a kind of qualitative number. Because this also means like, okay, cool. If I get 50 cents per visitor and I get 1,000 extra visitors, okay, that's 500 euro. I can also use that in my forecast. Okay, cool. All these piece of content is expecting to give me 10,000 visitors per month. Okay, am I happy then with 5,000 euros per month for this cost of the content or not? Second, if you are going to do PPC, so you're going to pay for every click, now you have a baseline of the average baseline, what you should pay for it, or at least what the maximum you should pay to start with. Often when you get your earnings per visitor data from search, very much coincides with what you get from Google Ads, because it's people doing the same keywords, the same intent. It very much differs if you do it for social media, because the intent is very different. So you can't really compare that, but it can help you if you go start Google Ads. Like, okay, what is the first bits I should use for my search campaigns? You can also, the metric in itself is not per se telling, but if you compare the metric, again, let's say you compare different pages with each other and you see, why is this has such a low earnings per visitor? Oh, my products are out of stock. The content outline is different. Maybe it is, for these kinds of products, we get a better commission percentage, just like Amazon, they might pay 10%, they give you 12% for books, but they only give you 2% for electronics. And it looks like you get the same visitor for that, gaming keyboard review versus the desk chair review. but the gaming keyboard only gives you 2.5% and the desk chair gives you 8%. Well, that's a big difference. Maybe I shouldn't focus that much on these electronics anymore, for instance, or different content outline, different things in the page that could drive clicks, these kinds of variables, and you can learn from that. And maybe you should update all your content to be more like that content that converts so well. So that's the earnings per value. And there's the third one, earnings per click, and that is so you have one page, let's say the best matters page, and then you measure how much clicks every product got and how much commissions you got from every product. You divide one by the other and you get your earnings per click. Again, this data in itself doesn't say much. It could say, it's an interesting offer to promote, but you want to make sure that the product with the highest earnings per click is on top of your page. We talked about heat maps before, and everything that's on the top of the page get clicked on the most. You have to recommend those more if you care about your bank account. You know, so that is what you can do with that. Now, then you asked, so we have revenue per page, we have earnings per visitors and earnings per click. You asked which one is the most important.
Correct.
Earnings per click and earnings per visitor are qualitative, but revenue per page is also quantitative. Meaning, if your revenue per page is high, you make a lot of money. If your earnings per click is high, well, maybe you just got a few clicks. Doesn't do a dent in your bank account. So in the end, revenue per page is the most important because it got that quantitative aspect also. And it just means it's also about volume. It's not just about high quality visitors and high quality clicks. You also need the volume, especially in affiliate marketing. Because for instance, I make 50 cents on average per visitor. You know?
Nice.
So
that's great.
That's
very good.
Luckily, I get 500,000 visitors. So,
So it's all volume game.
Yeah.
Yes. Amazing.
Depends
but
more on
yes.
I can tell you if we do finance or related content, it's already above €1. Crypto, even higher. And then certain niches, it gets just higher and higher, especially iGaming sometimes. So, but you still need volume.
Correct. Yes, that's true. Okay. So tell me about a low traffic page that printed hell. Like you just talked about that, 50 cent is an average you make per visitor. But can you talk about some instance where the page traffic was quite low and you still made good money? Are these some instances you've seen? Maybe according to the matrix you've discussed?
Yeah, sometimes you have that. You have certain industries which are dependent on so-called whales. Basis in iGaming and adult content. Some people just gamble a little bit and then they quit. But then there are these people, they gamble their whole house away and they give a lot of money to the affiliate. So it's same for the adult thing. Some people chat with a chatbot and they one night is okay and some just keep chatting and burning one is insane. So these industries can be more dependent on these whales. So they're willing to lose money for a bit and then suddenly one big spike and that makes up for it. I had one example for a motorbike gear affiliate where I just on one or the other day, boom, you see a $500 spike and the rest of the days they're okay. It's just one person who immediately got the best jacket, best gloves, best the whole gear, the whole outfit at once.
Yeah.
You know, that is sometimes lucky. It's almost annoying for your data because you think like, oh, this is profitable. Great. Let me increase my budget. But it's just an outlier. Right.
Yeah.
So it's not really helping. And it's also screws up your A/B test because then you think like, oh, this version B made a lot more money. But that only had 2 conversions and one was Will. The other has 10 conversions, but they're all lower spent. But it made less money and B made more money. And then you kind of don't know what to do with your test. Is B giving me consistently more big spenders? Or is it an outlier? Well, A gave me more spenders, but they spent less. So it's very annoying almost. for your A/B test to have all these inconsistent customers.
Nice. Amazing. But yes, that is true. Even we see we do a lot of paper call. That is kind of affiliate we do, right? So in that, we are like giving the calls to the local service providers like HVAC and all that. So this thing happens a lot with us. There's a website who's like dead, who's just giving like $400-500 maybe a month. And suddenly we have like big sales. So that screws up the data. So that is someone who just wants to, replace something, or maybe there's a guy who just wants to, but that's an irregular anomaly, which we can say, but we have to understand that very, open-mindedly, and with a thing that this is something which is out of the way, and we made that kind of bug. Okay, we'll use it somewhere, but this is not how. So we actually drag ourselves into using that data, and that, and then we try to build up something which is not, in regular process.
Sandcastle.
Yeah. Correct. Sandcastle. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, we are quite doing bulk here. So as I mentioned, I may cut this part, I don't know. So we have, I think, 97 websites, and we are building up more. So we are playing in the volume in that way. So because our volume is in the way that more specific sites to more specific services, and that kind of geographies and all that stuff, because it's all local SEO based. So that's what I've been doing since like a lot of years. So we've combined local and affiliate. It's that kind of a model, and it's like it's like a product now. So it's no service. There's no obligations. The person has to pick the phone and give the service. So it's a win-win for everybody. We figured it out. It's going quite well. Now, I really want to know something. You know in depth about your analysis, and I can see you're a very analytical person, which I was not aware of when we met. I was not believing that you could be a very analytical person, looking at your personality and the way you party and all that stuff. I thought he's something. So I'll talk about that at the last.
Step to me as well, Gundeep. Yeah.
And I must appreciate also one thing, the fashion sense you carry. You were the limelight in the parties. So I would definitely take some tips. Yes, that was amazing. So I hope to see you again, and this time we will be obviously partying together, I'm sure. And okay. Now let's talk about the last bit, which is really important to me. I want to understand this, which is that you talk about numbers. You see the profit and loss. You've told that in detail, right? First question is a generalized approach to what is your, what do you see in your bank account? What is your profit and loss you finally see? And then what is the overall take on how do you see that I am making money? What is that part of it? Just a brief, you want to talk about that.
Yeah. So our business does around 2 million a year in commissions. I can't talk about the profits. I don't want everyone to know that. If you're interested in actually buying the numbers and you have it, you can know it. I have an investment memorandum for you. But there's advertising spend involved, and we have around 8 freelance employees. I hire people freelance because so I can hire them from all over the world. That's in our DNA. Find that important. When people are freelance, they're more entrepreneurial. We give people very clear responsibilities and processes and numbers, so they know when they perform and when they don't perform. And I don't care if they do that in an office every day from 9 to 5, or they do it sometimes at night in the weekend, or on Wednesday they want to ride their motorbike to the mountains or everything. That's their decision, and that freedom and responsibility is important for us in our DNA.
Okay.
So we do around 2 million commissions per year. Right now, our business is for sale for a price of 2.8 million. That's based on a multiple of the EBITDA. We have around a return on ad spend of 2, and we have a very lean operation as well. People work from anywhere. They're contractors. And I think it's very important as well for a lot of entrepreneurs to stay lean. Too many people have more focus on a big team and everything, but more team members is more meetings, more communication, and it sometimes sits in the way. I noticed very often that when I remove people, we could go a lot faster. because you have to move at the speed of the slowest person. And it's very much also in your team. And what we talked about before as well with potentially letting go people. Yeah.
I want to know how much actually you do work, because you have a lot of, I can see you've got that skills, you've got that analytical side of things. You're doing a lot of SOPs creation. You're reviewing your revenues, but actually how much do you work? Do you assign these things? Do you make processes and then go, on a vacation and the team is working? How much actually do you work? What is your roles and how do your day look like, or maybe how your week look like? Can you tell me that?
Yeah, I'm very much, I'm selling the business now. So I'm doing the M&A and the calls with the interested party. I'm very much only thinking about how can this company be as sustainable and long-term as possible? How can it be self-learning? How do we have the right processes in place for people to do their job well and work on the right things, the right people? And I'm just working with only our COO and the advertising team to discuss the goals, discuss the numbers, and to guide them and mentor them. So that's around 4 to 8 hours per week right now. It's a bit more because we're trying to sell it, so I want everything to go as good as possible.
Yeah,
of course. But that's about it. Yeah, and then the rest of my time is spent on the agency, where we want to do Google Ads for publishers on a profit split basis to help SEO publishers, affiliates who have been hit by the helpful content update, to give them a turnaround with Google Ads, like it did for my company. And I'm doing YouTube affiliate marketing, advising some people. And that's mostly it.
The best piece of affiliate advice you've ever ignored, and you glad you ignored that advice?
I am happy I ignored when it came out. It was voice SEO. Voice SEO was all the rage. And now I'm happy I'm ignoring everything around GEO, generative AI optimization.
The funniest or most bizarre sponsor request you've ever received?
Adult related to adult content. Like when they talked about the products and about how much money it made, I just thought, I cannot tell this to my kids. I just have one rule, like I want to tell it my future son or my future girl, like, hey, this is what daddy does. And then they'd be like, oh, cool. Wow. If it's some weird product that makes the world just worse, then it's just a no-go.
Great. Okay, well, last question. One thing you wish every beginner knew before starting an affiliate, or you in the back in the day should know?
Again, it's a content game, and it's about repetitions and feedback. If you are able to do a lot of repetitions and you learn, you will always succeed. It is impossible to not succeed with all the data you get back, as long as you keep learning and you keep doing more. The problems people have is they do a lot, but then they quit right before they get results, or they do a lot and the rules change a bit, either the algorithm or now with AI, and they just panic and they quit. Well, a small pivot was perfectly doable, but they just didn't do it.
Amazing. Okay. Thank you so much. And do you want to just tell the people that how can they connect to you and how they can get hands on to your book and read the book, and anything you want to take, say in the last for us?
Yeah, we'll put this in the show notes. The best way to connect with me is on LinkedIn. That's where I post around affiliate marketing, or you can shoot me a message. I have my own personal website, nielszee.com, where you can find information. I have Google Ads for affiliates agency, framp.com. And I have my book, The Payout Mafia, on Amazon.
Okay, great. I had more things to discuss about the business and all, but we'll discuss that later.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time. Thank you so much. Thank you for sticking till the end of the conversation with us. We hope you found as much value as we did while creating it. If you enjoyed the podcast and want us to bring more such influential guests, then please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Honestly, each like and subscribe help us keep going. It keeps us motivated to make such content which is filled with insights and strategies for you. If you enjoyed the podcast and want us to bring more such influential guests, then don't forget to like and subscribe. Honestly, each like or a subscribe help us keep going
and make such content which is filled with insights and valuable knowledge for you. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. Anything you would like to tell us about the podcast? Whom do you want to see in the next podcast? And what kind of questions do you want to ask? And hey, just don't keep the conversation with yourself. Share this podcast with at least one person, can be a friend, colleague, or a family member, or anyone you think can benefit from learning something valuable or getting a fresh perspective. After all, one conversation, one perspective can truly change someone's life. And thank you for tuning in. We'll see you in the next episode of the Business Playbook by Gundeep.